Hi everyone. So this question says, how do I know if my business idea is good before I spend money? How do I know if my business idea is good before I spend money? So let me give a practical example. And the answer is simple. You need to do a lot of testing, right? Or okay, maybe not a lot of testing, but you need to test the market to be sure that there are people who are willing to pay for this kind of service or this kind of product you are bringing to the market, right? You want to ask people, even if you don't have it, tell them there is this product that would you need a product like this, or would you need a service like this? This is the amount for the product. Would you want to buy this? This is available for sale. Would you want to buy this, right? And you just want to do that testing to be sure in a market where you are not very sure. If it is an established market where you know that there is patronage, it's a different thing. But for a market where you are not so sure, it's a new ground for you, and you do not see many people doing it, and you just want to be sure that you don't want to put in a lot of cash, and then at the end of the day, you are not getting good value for the investment that you have done, right? You want to do a sample test, right? Just approach one or two people and find out, would you be interested in this kind of service, or just run. Let me give this practical example. Somewhere last year, I wanted to set up a new business, right? So I set up the Google page and then did a one-page website, right? Just very minimal setup, right? It's free to set up a Google page for a website. I think the domain name was about 15,000 thereabout. So not too many expense, right? Just a one-page website, nothing so elaborate for a start. And just what I wanted to find out was, would people call for this kind of service, right? That was what I wanted to find out. And so I did a little bit of advert, just everything spent in the process, I don't think was up to 30,000, maybe about 20-something thousand naira or so, just to be sure that this was viable. And calls came in, right? Calls came in, and in fact, because of the number of calls that came in, I had to quickly ensure that the office, because as at the time where the page was set up and we're testing, office was not set up. Nothing was set up. Nothing about the business was set up. We just wanted to check, and people were calling and asking, "Where's your office? What time do you open?" And people were calling for this back to back, and so we needed to rush and ensure that everything was set up, and that is just a good way to ensure that you do not just invest a lot in a certain business, and at the end of the day, it goes south, right? You want to be sure that, okay, yes, there is patronage, and you can, on a small scale, even if you have the money to put in, you have billions to put in, but do a small scale test that you know that, okay, if this goes for any reason, it's not major, it's minor, right? But then you are able to know what works and what does not work. So tests, right? Do some tests, just run sample tests and ensure that you are going into a business that has customers for it, right? And not a business that you think there are customers, but the customers don't exist, right? I'm Elo Tede, and I'm here to help you become a better version of yourself. See you next time.